Hi friend, it's Leigh Keckner. Welcome to day number 30 of 33 days simply manifesting, 33 days to getting your heart's desire. I can't believe it's day 30 and we only have 3 days left, so it is time to kick this stuff in gear, right? It's time to manifest. It's time to actually receive the fruits of our hard work. If you would uncross your legs and just let your mind start to settle and let your heart start to settle, and maybe set an intention for what you want out of the next 10 minutes with me today. Why are you here? What are you needing? Whatever it is, just think about why you're here right now and just close your eyes for a minute and allow yourself to get present, to slow down your thoughts, to slow down your breathing, to just give yourself a minute to be closer to your true self and to just be. And if you would join me, we'll take a breath in through our nose and out through our mouth, in through our nose and out through our mouth, in through our nose and out through our mouth. Thank you. Feels so damn good. Okay, you guys, today is a chew and digest day. And these a lot of times are my favorite because we don't have to do anything new. We don't have to pile on if we feel behind. We just get to breathe. We get to recap what we've already been through, what we've already talked about, and move forward really strong here in the next 3 days that we have together in this process. So it's time, you guys, to focus and commit to the good work of manifesting our heart's desires. This is it. This is time. It's the time to do it. And if you haven't done it, if you're way behind, if you're jumping in for the first day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you can go back, be gentle with yourself, but also stay on task and be focused, because if you're not moving forward, you will continue to be where you are today for the rest of your life. So it's on you moving forward in your life, how it's going to be. Is it going to be fantastic, filled with stuff that lights you up, excited and happy? Or is it going to be like, this sucks, I don't have enough money, that's so tired and old? All right, so let's be fresh and let's be powerful and connect to who we truly are. What do Buddha, Gandhi, Jesus, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King, Oprah Winfrey, Nelson Mandela, the list could go on and on and on. What do they all have in common? They all asked what we covered in day 25, how can I serve? Right? So manifesting your heart desire is awesome. One of my last programs was Fig and Gig, find your gift and give your gift. That's awesome. But what you do with it is what's important. How you can make a difference in the world, how you can touch other people's lives, how you can show up in giving, because when you serve, you get love back. When you give, you get. So as you use your gifts to show up in the world, to touch other people, to make it a better place, not only are you fulfilling your life's purpose, you're helping out on the planet, which is so damn cool. And I think if everyone was serving each other with what they were good at, which what lights them up, not only would they be happy and in line with why they're here, the world would be a better place and we'd be taking care of each other because we are all connected, right? We're all made from the same thing, from the same energy. The same God is in all of us and we're all connected. So how can I serve is one of the most powerful questions you can ask. And if you don't know how you can serve, ask, hey God, how can I serve? Use me, use me. I always say my daily mantra is, my Lord, my God, use me today to be of service and allow me to be the woman you created me to be, not what my spinning mind tells me I am, because this is bullshit. Day 26, we talked about surrender. And surrendering, seriously, it's like taking 3 breaths. It's like, oh, I don't have to do it all by myself. I don't have to have all of the answers. I don't have to know exactly how it's going. As a matter of fact, I can pass that off to God. All I have to know is that I'm in line with why I'm on the planet and that I'm moving forward to fulfilling my heart's desire. And then you can surrender the rest, the how and the when and all of that to God. And that also frees you up from wanting and trying, which is a repellent. to releasing. So you go from hard to grace and ease. You go from my plate is too full, I can't pick it up, to less on your plate because you pass the heavy stuff to God, right? The heavy lifting, let God do that part. Yeah, and I just love that you don't have to do it all by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. You just have to move forward and do little cornhole tosses every day in what your knowing is and what lights you up. That's all you have to do, knowing that God's got your back. Day 27 I loved as well. Embrace the, by the way, I love the thumbs up and the explosion of hearts. I always try and pretend I don't see them because I don't want to come out of what I'm doing, but screw it. I love it so much. It lets me know that you're seeing it and you're relating to what I'm saying. So I appreciate that, Brad, and probably Monique. Embrace the obstacles. This is kick-ass, you guys. If you can get number 27, your life can be filled with joy even when things suck. Embracing the obstacles. Why embrace them? Because we all know they're coming. We all know that someone's going to get sick. We all know someone's going to get hurt. We all know someone's going to die. And I've been thinking a lot about dying lately, by the way. And I've been thinking about, my mom died recently, and I have a friend who's terminally ill, and they've, given him grave news, and regardless if they're right or wrong, we're all dying. Each one of us are dying. We celebrate births. We have giant parties, and we have celebrations, and we have baby showers and balloons and gifts, right? When you're born. When you die, we do the opposite. We shut our mouths. We don't know what to say. We feel so bad. We have pity and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, that's such bullshit. We celebrate birth. Let's celebrate death. My dad's funeral, people said the most beautiful things I've ever heard about him. And I thought, damn it, he should be here to hear this. So I say, if we know someone's dying, not I'm sorry and I don't know what to say, screw that. Celebrate them. I love you. You rock. Your life has mattered. You're amazing. You're dying. Let's have a death party. Imagine that, if we could celebrate life as much as death and not make it some heavy taboo thing, because we all know it's coming. Yes, we're going to be sad, but I'm always so surprised when people are like, I'm so shocked that they died, because we're all dying and we don't know when the heck it's going to happen. So anyway, death is kind of the biggest, heaviest thing that I think we know we never die because we're connected to the grace energy source, and this is all temporary anyway. So I don't know. I just think that we can start to reframe how we think about death and embrace it and celebrate people instead of waiting for them to die and then celebrating them. That's kind of pointless. Oh yeah, so I just put, don't wait until we're 6 feet under to share the love and the good stories. Do it before they die. As a matter of fact, do it today. Why wait? We are all dying. I like celebrating their life while they're here, not dead at their funerals. Sometimes, something to think about. Okay. I reverted to my notes. Obstacles are coming. The most important part about an obstacle is how you will respond to it and how you will treat yourself as you move through it. Okay? So we all know that we're going to die, and we all know our loved ones are going to die. We don't know who's going to go winner first. When it happens, it's going to hurt and suck. But how will I respond to it, and how will I be with myself during it? So that's the most important thing about obstacles. How will you show up, and how will you treat yourself? And my hope is that I will treat myself with loving kindness and allow myself to experience it how I need to. Okay, number 28, day 28 was trust the process. A Course of Miracles says, those who are certain of the outcome can afford to wait and wait without anxiety. And I told you guys about at the bank machine when I was going to get money out to buy drugs and get drunk in Hollywood when I was like 25, 27 years ago. I had this vision of me on a stage in front of thousands of people with a Janet Jackson microphone. And I was like, am I going to be a singer? Oh my gosh, what am I doing up there? And it's taken 27 years for me to know what I'm going to be doing up there. So 27 years of evolving and growing and trying things and da-da-da-da. So I have, without even really knowing it, just trust that that vision was coming true and kept trying things, right? Until I really honed in who I was and found out who I was, and now I know what the hell I'm going to be doing up there in front of thousands of people. I said, believe and trust. Trust and believe, and you will receive. So trust this process. Know that it's real. Know that you can manifest what you want. Know that you don't have to do it by yourself. and know that it's coming. And then just keep moving forward. If you doubt, you're going to get more stuff to doubt about. Remember, you get whatever you put out. Whatever your thoughts are, manifests. So I am skinny because I'm getting ready to go on a boat trip. I am skinny. I am manifesting me with a Janet Jackson microphone in front of thousands of people. It is coming, and I know with all of my core it's coming. I don't need to rush to it. I just need to keep enjoying myself and moving forward. Miracles, day number 29. Miracles are my favorite thing because I am open to see them and receive them. And sometimes when I'm thinking about my dad and a squirrel runs up, because one time a person told me my dad comes back as a squirrel, a medium. And so I'm thinking about my dad and I see a squirrel, I just say, hi, Dad. Okay, if it's not really my dad, who gives a shit? I'm thinking about my dad and it brought me joy, right? So even allowing yourself to be open to things before that you thought were ridiculous and crazy, that's cool and that's badass. And that means that you are starting to open instead of your narrow view of how things have to be. Wayne Dyer said, I am realistic. I am realistic. I expect miracles. I love that. For him, that was just his reality and normal. And for me, it's kind of the same. Allowing ourselves to believe they exist and asking that we are open to see and receive is what's key. And I talked about Jesus I'm quoting Jesus saying, with man this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. God, the greatest energy of the universe. All things are possible with God. Miracles could be earth angels, like the man that held the door open with the long gray ponytail that I'd never seen before at Dave's show. And as Dave passed out and I passed behind him, he looked me in the eye and said, Dave is a good man. He's a great man with a kind heart. And I needed to hear that so I could shift being mad at Dave to remembering why I'm with Dave. That was an earth angel. I had an earth angel at the eyebrow place when I was really down and spinning in my story, and I was with a couple of my kids, and I looked up and this woman was standing there, this tall, handsome woman, about 75, and she was like, are those your children? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, they're beautiful. You're so blessed. And she said it in my eyeballs, and I got it to my heart, and she walked out the door, and I flipped to, damn straight, I am blessed, and those kids are freaking awesome, and my story's bullshit. And then I was like, who was that lady? No one saw her, not because she was invisible, maybe she was, because all things are possible, but because she just appeared to me, because they were all doing their eyebrows and talking. But I received the gift, and I recognized that as a miracle because someone showed up in the instant I needed it, and I shifted because I saw it and accepted it. It can also be miracles, signs. For me, if something comes out of the blue, it's directly from God. So when somebody says, hey, you need to do this workshop, I'm like, I'm doing the freaking workshop. And out of the blue, a girl said, I'm going to give you a free coaching session, which led me to go to USM, my spirit school, where I found out who I was and why I'm on the planet, which led me to only move in that direction, which led to a shoulder tap on my kids' playground, about a mindfulness documentary, which led me to becoming an executive producer of it, which led me to start my 33-day programs with you. All these little breadcrumbs that drop in front of me, and I pick them up and eat them, and I move forward, and I move forward, and I move closer to the vision I had 27 years ago of being on the stage with the Janet Jackson microphone. See the miracles. Be open to them. They are there. Sometimes you just don't see them because you don't know to look, or you're closed off, or you're busy, or your eyes are down on your phone. So say, hey, today, I welcome in miracles and see them. And I just put, it could also be a saying that you hear, a billboard, a bumper sticker, a Facebook post, a comment from a friend, an invite to a workshop that lights you up and has you curious, just curious. Those are miracles. Those are breadcrumbs guiding you to your heart's desire. Follow them, pick them up and eat them. You have everything inside of you. Do you know that? You have everything inside of you that you need for your entire life. Every answer, every story, every song, every poem, every quote, you have everything inside of you. Are you tapping into that? Do you have a spiritual practice set up to quiet your mind so you can work with your true self with a capital S? Or are you still spinning that you don't know what to do? It's so hard. That's a choice. I got to read something that I just saw in this book, this Oprah Winfrey's Soul, whatever, Sunday book. We have this immense interior life inside of us. We can call it the life of the soul. Poets and mystics and people who have been trying to figure out what to call, poets, mystics and people have been trying to figure out what to call this for a long time. But there is an inner silence in it. And there is an incredible mystery floating in it. This is where the divine lives within us. And her name's Sue Monk Kidd. And I just love that because when we get quiet, we can tap into all of the answers and the wisdom of God that is inside of us and accessible to us, but we can't when we're spinning that things are hard. So it's your choice if you want to tap into that gold mine or continue to stay stuck. Do you guys have your action steps written down that we've talked about? Are you moving towards them daily with little cornhole tosses? Thanking God along the way for the support, flow, and breadcrumbs? If you are not, how interesting that you're choosing to stay stuck. Life is a series of choices, minute by minute, second by second. Each one is fresh and open. Each moment is waiting to see what you will choose. I choose happiness, abundance, love, and connection. All of those are up here in this energy level of our life. What do you choose? We are here for a limited amount of time. What are you waiting for? My daughter's reading a book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, by Maya Angelou. And I read the back of the book and it just was saying, Maya Angelou was in Africa, She went to the Modern Dance Academy in Paris, and she ended up dancing and teaching dance in Tel Aviv. And then she was a scholar and a poet and a writer and a dancer and a political activist with Martin Luther King. And I thought, holy shit, that is a life well lived. That is a life well lived. And I want and will create for myself when I die, and people throw a frickin' party before it happens, that they say she had a life well lived. That gave me goosebumps, by golly. What will they say about your life? What are you allowing yourself to have, to experience, to see? Here's my quote for today. Each precious moment in life is fresh. It's waiting to see how you will use it. Dear God, let us just tap into, if even for a moment, the majesty that is within us, the power that no one can hold us back or hold us down or hurt us or take anything from us, because we are connected to the greatest energy of all. We are connected to you, God. Thank you for that. Thank you for this message today, that we can allow ourselves for a minute to realize what we have available to us. Bless everyone watching and myself, and let us step fully into why we are on the planet. Amen. I just heard my kids coming home, so I didn't know if they're going to burst out here. Thank you guys so much. You guys, we have 3 days left. If you are not in full gear of creating the life that you want, get in it. It's time. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.